from Mexico. He's hey, Jaime. If you want to present yourself like just in 1 minute.
Sure. Hi, Simon. I am Jaime. I'm from Mexico City, an architect. I have my master's degree in landscape architecture and planning. And well, I have been working practically all my life in a construction company. And now I want to implement all this knowledge into an own firm of consultancy and design, implementing sustainability issue stuff. I don't know, technologies, green technologies, or passive design houses, or well, this trend of sustainability and greenhouses.
Oh, cool. Good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We have also like Vladimir. Oh, while Vladimir is trying to join, Janka, are you online now?
Yes.
Yeah, just present yourself, Simon, just 1 minute.
Okay. Well, I'm a junior architect and Revit Autodesk certified professional in Revit architecture. I'm living now in Aguascalientes, Mexico, and I'm looking for new opportunities as Revit modeler or junior architect in architecture studios of Mexico or online worldwide.
Okay, and we'll present Vladimir later. And meanwhile, Simon, would you like to present yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I'm an architect by training. So I studied architecture when I worked as an architect, and when I switched side and worked as a client representative for a few years, and when I switched side again and working for a construction company. So we did the planning and the construction in one company. And yeah, I worked as a project manager, and I had a lot of responsibilities in terms of implementing BIM, implementing digital workflows, working with robots, bringing the design to the robots, stuff like that. And now I just work as an BIM consultant, and I build up my own startup where we generate
nice
BIM models from very minimal input.
And a happy father.
And a happy father who was forced to go for a walk now. So don't tell my wife, but I'm sitting and having a chat.
We won't tell anything. Meanwhile, it's been recorded and we'll publish then, and we will edit this part. Don't worry. We won't tell your wife anything. Vladimir was talking to me on LinkedIn that his computer got like blocked, so he will try to join us a little bit later. So I'll start. There's more people trying to join. They told me that they will be coming later, so I'll be ready if they need to join us later. So I'll try to start explaining from the beginning the concept of the key activities. Let me share it. Yeah. Window. Okay, can you see it?
Yes.
Yes, perfect. So, okay, this week's challenge was the key activities, and it's related to the business model canvas we saw in the first challenge. Just to resume a little bit to Simon, a business model canvas is like a frame where we usually do the big picture of a company where there are
I know it.
Perfect. So perfect. We can go to the point. Okay. So in this case, the key activities is in the left side. It's the infrastructure side, and it's basically which are the main activities on which we are especially good at. And well, for those who usually don't know what a key activity is, it's like the unique value creation and so on. And there's a video here that explains it much even better than me. But just to resume it, there are like 4 kind of key activities. There are like production, problem solving, software tools, and platform and network. And for example, which ones are the production? Let's say we are like a car production or Tesla, or we usually used to do the production or the manufacturing of the car in this case. Could be, let's say, in architecture, could be like designing the projects, or the one that usually designs and creates the projects. Always there's also another kind of category. It's like the problem solving. Usually it's related to knowledge management, requirement, or continuous training. In an architectural company, it would be like the guy that usually like does the how to say R&D, research and development, yeah, and the one that studies Vim, or for example does the implementation of being in a company, would be that like the knowledge management category of key activity. We also have the software tools that would be like the cloud and IT guys, usually those that really like to play with computers. And the other ones would be like platform or network that usually those are like more like technical and research and development and on that stuff. In this case, the game was basically to understand which were the key activities of your company or your business. And I will try to show you in another way. In the solution slide I just shared with you in the calendar link, I will send you also, if someone didn't find the link, just let me know and I will send you on LinkedIn. In the solution slide, it makes much more easier the concept, and we did this on purpose, because usually if we give all the concepts in the challenge slide, we usually close it very much the concept, so we don't encourage you to think on different solutions. So we usually do it in the challenge. We present the concept, but just a little bit. Usually it might be like a bit of confusing. We do it on purpose because we want you to think in a more widely way to try to find the solution. And what we do in the solution is we close that concept. In this case, I'll show you just a little bit on detail those 4 categories. Now, if just instead of 4, we have 6 different, 6 different key activities. I will explain it now, and then later on I will try to encourage you to focus on which one of the 6 key activities you are really good at. So we were saying that the key activity could be the hard to imitate and replicate by the competitors, usually the one that you are usually good at. And we were saying that there were 4 categories, but mainly are like 6 different kind of key activities. The first one will be the marketing. Usually the guys that have the first relationship with the customer, the ones that do the content creation, that go on social media and try to build a relationship with the customers in any sector. But here specifically in architecture will be like those that usually go and visit different real estate developers, or go to promoters, those that do the websites and do the content creation, do the videos, and all those guys will be the marketing guys in an architecture studio. Then we have also the sales people, or the sales activities that are usually those that go and negotiate the contracts, or go to find customers, let's say a real estate developer, or a family, or an end user that will buy a single family house or whatever. Is people that usually make the closes and sales and make the offers of the architectural projects and services. Then we have the back office guys. We have the design people, usually those that stay on the studio and work with the computers, and are those guys that usually do the projects. let's say the 3D models or the CAD or all the documentation. Those are the guys that complete the product or do the project. Then we also have the operations key activities that usually are the back office of the back office. There's always people that are needed in a company that do this, the hard work that usually is not visible from the client side, but let's say from making the setup to the computers. I know the IT guys that usually need to recheck or put on the computers like with the right software, or even the guys that clean the office are the operations guys, people that basically work on behind, and they are not usually visible from the customer side. And then, for example, in the distribution could be like mainly for the physical businesses. We have like Amazon or DHL or the big distribution companies, or for example, in the food industry, we now have the delivery companies that usually do the distribution of the product in the offline world. In the architectural sector, the distribution, in this case, one of the examples would be like, in our case, the store platform. It's a distribution company. We do not design, we do not produce, we do not the operation. We do the distribution of the projects online. So it's the guy or the key activity that makes moves or distributes the products all over the places. And then the last but not least is the customer experience. That it's usually, do you remember in the business model canvas on the right side, we have the value proposition in the middle, we have the customer on the right, below we have the channels, and on the top side we have the customer relationship. The customer experience are those that usually take care of the customer and go and ask what was okay, make the feedback, or take care of the customer, or the not only the customer but also your suppliers also. Are those that usually are the guys or that basically take care of your relationships. And when usually asked to architects, which one would be your main activity? I guess that 90% of the people would say design. Always, usually architects are trained and are educated to be the design guys, and the main key activity is usually design. Few people usually say, no, I'm the sales guy, I'm the one that makes the business and that goes to find customers. Or no, I'm an architect, but I work in, let's say, in Arch Daily, so I'm the one that creates the marketing, or I write the articles about architecture. Or maybe it's someone that it's on the back office of an architectural company and does, I know, or also in operations. I understand that consulting companies or people are also operational key activities, because usually the consulting guys are not seen by the end user or the customer, but they are the ones that try to raise the level of the architectural company, and they are behind, like trying to make the studio or the company of the customer much better. So my question would be now to open you guys and ask you some questions. See which key activities from these 6 usually do you think it's your key activity? Simon?
Yes, for me, it's mostly marketing and sales.
Yeah. Marketing and sales. Okay, let's put an example of just one activity you usually do. For example,
calling people, calling potential
people.
customers.
Yeah. You call people and you find for new customers.
Yes. Or filling the funnel with LinkedIn activities, stuff like that.
You're a very rare guy, Simon. Not usually, there are not so many architects that are key activity as sales or marketing.
I don't work as an architect anymore, so
We already passed that phase, didn't we?
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, Vladimir told that production maybe, right? Janka, you were a drafter. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think if it's the production description, I mean.
Yeah. So you were on the design team in your studio. You were like with the computer designing the projects.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Have you ever done any task of prospecting, finding a new customer, or having a relationship, or taking care of a customer? Did you go to a meeting, or just was just the back end? And
well, no, I didn't. I didn't do these things like searching for customers.
yeah.
But I did activities like searching for new providers.
Okay.
So I was to the other side.
Okay, perfect. Is anyone Jaime or Carla?
Yes, well, for me, I guess I was involved in designing, production, marketing as well, to sell the products, to try to catch some new clients or to promote the firm, etc. That was what I was doing, and I want to keep more or less the same.
Did you enjoy more doing the marketing or doing the production?
Well,
or both.
Yeah, both. But sometimes the production, it can be a bit more stressful than just go to the client, see what your experience, show your portfolio or some projects you have been done, etc.
Usually, it's the same joke that like the programmers do to the sales guy. They always say like you're doing the fun job. Like you go outside, you drink coffee with customers, and you are always like enjoying going outside and calling and doing the marketing. It's like the fun part, right?
Yeah, public relations.
Yeah. But from the other side, they always say like the marketing guys always say, you product guys always fuck up. Your product is shit. I can't sell with your product, so you need to do it better. And it's always this miscommunication between both sides. Yeah. And the right thing is that when you are both, you cannot miss one of the sides, because you need to go sell your shitty project if you do it bad. So
exactly.
Yeah. I don't know if Carla is. Can you hear us, Carla? Well, Carla, if you can hear us, just write me in the chat, and I will ask you later. Vladimir also, I don't know if he has recovered the computer.
Yes, I'm already back. Sorry about that.
Hey. So in your case, which key activity would be your main activity?
Well, I basically work as a consultant, and I'm really focused on operations. I usually try to do more with less. That's the key. So, but in all the areas, but really focus it on the production.
Right. So you were in these 6. You would be like the operations. Let's say operations, efficiency,
that's correct.
And that's it. Exactly. Operations. Yeah.
I really focus on that area.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Usually, it's always efficiency. It's always related to your operations. When someone is really on the efficiency, trying to do the templates and do the automation works, or usually it's the operations guy. Okay, so I'll do just a little more, a few more questions also about this, about the value proposition also. Okay, let's read, because another question was also, when we are selling a product, we have to differ between if it's a premium product, let's say Apple, or it's a random product. For example, we were always saying that when we are trying to find architects that design architectural projects, there are for us, there are two different type of architects. There are the premium architects and the, let's say, random architects. The premium architects are those like artisan, like tailor-made architectural designers that usually don't like to sell their creations online because they are unique and they are not, they cannot be copied and reused in any other place because they are like special made to some special customer in some special place. And those, they are right. The thing is that their product, they consider it, it's a premium product, and they are doing it for just one client and one use in one specific place. And then we have the other architects that usually play the premium role, but they do the random architecture. So, for example, what our the whole concept of a story is random architects of the world that usually do premium style architecture, but could be done in any other place of the world. Why don't you sell your random projects to all the random customers all over random worlds? So, for example, one of the questions I would like to ask you is, do your services go to premium audiences or premium customers, or do they go to, let's say, random customers? You can start, Simon, if you want. Or anyone else, if he wants to answer.
Yes.
Simon? Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't worry.
No, we are more in a mass market.
Mass market.
I have a few. So 20% of my clients, it's customized, and we adapt the service, but 80% is really mass market and very low involvement from our side.
Right. So, okay, mass market. That's the answer. Right. Janka, in your case?
Well, in my case, I think I will start trying to sell to mass market.
Yeah.
Using online platform, etc. And then when I had achieved some recurrent customers, I could try to focus to unique projects, so premium customers.
Yeah.
So I can do a step to step. I start with a mass
market.
Yeah, and then pass to the premium market.
Yeah, so you are now in this stage. You are in the mass market, and you aim. Your goal is to go to the premium market.
Yes.
Okay, good answer. Jaime?
I guess in my case it can be both.
Both?
Because if it's a consultancy for a client for the sustainability of its project. Yeah. So I can really I need to focus only in one. But if it's the of installing PV cells for photovoltaic, then you can standardize some models that for if you install 3 models, you obtain these benefits. So you can reply this in in any project. Of course, with its specific necessities, but it can be applied in mass.
Okay, so if you have to choose between mass or premium, you would choose?
I don't know. That can be.
There's no wrong answer. It's just imagine that if you have to choose one, which one would you choose?
It's mass or what?
Mass market or premium customers?
Premium customers.
Premium customers. Yeah. Okay. Vladimir?
In my case, I think there is a mix. In my specific case, it's for premium customers. However, the clients of my customers is a mass, is a mass target.
Yeah.
So I have to take care. I have to take care of my customers. Okay, they are a few per year,
Yeah.
but they have a massive quantity of users.
Yeah.
So once I am involved with my client, I have to be thinking in that target. But directly
Yeah.
with me, who is paying me, my customer, they are premium.
Okay. And Carla, can you hear us now?
Hola, sí, puedo
Oh,
escucharlos.
vale.
Tengo que hablar en
¿Sabes?
inglés.
Sí, ¿qué tal? ¿Te quieres en inglés o si quieres en castellano y luego lo traducimos?
Bueno, no, en español.
Venga, luego lo traducimos.
Mejor.
I will do it in Spanish and then I will translate it.
Bien, con lo que vienes conversando, también estoy de acuerdo con Jaime de tener, es preferible tener clientes premium.
Sí.
Y bueno, esa era la pregunta. No sé qué.
Sí, la idea es, depende del tipo de usuario al que te dirijas, si es premium o si es mass market. Claro, la historia de la pregunta de todo esto era, depende a qué tipo de usuario nos dirigimos, si es mass market o si es premium, nuestras key activities van a variar. Entonces, la idea ahora era preguntaros a vosotros a ver a qué lado de la balanza os ibais a ir, a premium o a mass, porque, Simon se ha desconectado. ¿Simon? Sí, se ha desconectado. Bueno, aún así vamos a intentar hacerlo en inglés. Carla, si quieres te contesto ahora y luego lo pasamos todo en inglés para que todo este quede grabado.
Okay.
O sea, la idea es, depende si te mueves a mass market o a premium, tus key activities van a cambiar. O sea, quiero decir, si por ejemplo fuéramos el Apple de la arquitectura, nuestras key activities estarían básicamente en el diseño, la ingeniería y el branding. Pero no estaríamos enfocados a otro tipo de key activities. En cambio, si tuviéramos mass market, o sea, no tendría suficiente, o sea, mi key activity no sería el branding, o sea, sería distribución, por ejemplo. Tendría que ser mejor en distribución para intentar bajar los costes, por ejemplo, bajar los costes, intentar hacerlo más asequible y que más gente pudiera comprar. Me iría a volumen. Entonces, es una cuestión de estrategia. Si voy a ir a mass market, tengo que optar por unas key activities que aparentemente, aquí decíamos, no, yo soy bueno haciendo marketing, yo soy bueno haciendo design. Vale. Y la pregunta cambia. ¿Y si tuviera que hacerlo a mass market, realmente mi key activity seguiría estando en design? O igual tendría que, si voy a mass market, empezar a ser un poquito más eficiente, bajar los costes y hacerlo masivo. Porque el error suele ser que intento ser, por ejemplo, mass market, ¿no? Es el típico, lo que nos pasa en el estudio. Queremos hacer proyectos de alto lujo y de personificación, o sea, de personalización y súper alto valor, pero no teníamos ni los recursos, ni el equipo, ni las infraestructuras para darle la atención y el cariño que requerían sus clientes. Realmente nosotros éramos un estudio de mass market. Tendríamos que habernos enfocado en operations, en ser mucho más eficiente y sacar proyectos mucho más rápido, porque realmente el cliente no valoraba todo ese diseño que estamos haciendo nosotros. En cambio, si nuestro estudio hubiera estado posicionado como estudio de referencia de diseño y ser el Apple del diseño, pues no me centro tanto en operaciones, sino me centraría más en design y sobre todo en customer experience. Una persona que contrata a un arquitecto de lujo o de premium no te contrata por el marketing, no te contrata porque eres bueno haciendo marketing, te contrata por el diseño y te contrata sobre todo por el customer experience, cómo le tratas, cómo es la relación, cuánta comunicación tienes, etcétera, etcétera. Por eso la pregunta iba... ¿Sí?
Creo que es importante saber en qué momento uno puede lanzar su producto y poder entre comillas, poder comercializar con él. Porque era lo que decías la otra vez, quizás a veces demoramos mucho tiempo estando dibujando y proyectando y pensando ciertos espacios cuando del otro lado quizás el cliente
no lo está valorando.
Exacto. Y perdemos mucho tiempo cuando quizás ese tiempo lo podríamos estar utilizando para estar captando a otro cliente en este caso.
Exacto.
Entonces, quizás ahí es la parte difícil en qué momento uno pone stop y dice, bueno, ya salimos con esto así y digamos, no se queda proyectando solo en un... No se queda solo en un proyecto, ¿no? Pensando.
Claro. La reflexión aquí es, ¿dónde empieza el business model Canvas? Empieza en nuestro key, es decir, empieza en el key activity, en el yo soy bueno haciendo diseño, propongo una propuesta de valor que es arquitectura premium y busco clientes premium, o empezamos por el cliente y digo, como hay clientes premium, voy a ofrecerles arquitectura de lujo, por lo tanto tengo que hacer diseño de lujo y customer experience. Lo que le da Internet, o sea, desde nuestro punto de vista, lo que Internet le da a la vuelta a todo esto es te pone al alcance de muchos clientes y quizás lo que tú creías que era tu key activity en tu entorno local, con tus proveedores locales y tus clientes locales, antes tenías ciertos key activities que podían ser diseño, brand o marketing o lo que sea, pero es que ahora que tienes un alcance global y tienes otro tipo de clientes y otro tipo de audiencias, quizás tu key activity ha cambiado de diseño a marketing o sales. Y realmente el design es muy siempre puedes subcontratarlo. O sea, todo puedes subcontratar. Siempre puedes subcontratar marketing, sales, operation, todo lo puedes subcontratar. Pero cuando empiezas la jugada desde el lado del cliente, a través del marketing y de sales, tú primero consigues al cliente, captas ese encargo y luego te preocupas de hacer el design. Y obviamente puede ser hacerlo tú, si está dentro de tu key activity, o puedes buscar un partner que te ayude en ese design. I'll try to explain now in English. So yeah, Simon and the others can also watch it later. Carla was talking about, and we were previously talking also about with Jaime, that there are two kind of let's say customers, or no, way of doing the projects or customers. We have the mass market, and so we can do like lower value, but more like more wider projects. And then we have like the premium architecture that it's like less projects, but higher quality ones. And the answer was, or the question was about if we are doing one or the other, our key activities will change if we are doing, for example, mass market. I was explaining here, like if we were like the Aldi is like the supermarket chain. Their key activity is to make the prices low. So their key activities are not design, are not maybe marketing. Yeah, we see a lot of marketing about Ali, but maybe their key activity is operations and distribution. Instead, if it would be Apple, Apple's key activity are really design, engineering, marketing, and obviously they do the operations and distribution, but it's not mainly their key activity. They have partners that are better in those activities than Apple. And the one you buy is Apple because they do the marketing and sales and the design, but really they have partners that do the operations and the distribution of the Apple products. Another question would be like, do our core activities need a distribution channel? I mean, do you have a physical place where you offer your services, or can you offer them online? When we had an architecture studio, we used to have, we still do have it, the physical place. We have the studio where we have our collaborators, we have the computers, we have the chairs, the tables, and we have the building where we bring the customers, and we have a physical place. And then with the e-commerce or the internet, where we can sell the same thing, but online. How do you sell yourself? Janka, for example, do you sell online or do you sell just offline?
No, well, I will sell mainly online
Online.
to avoid the geographic limit.
That's it.
Mhm.
That's a very good question. The geographical limit about the expansion. You get much more area on your with your value proposition, and also you could spend much less because you don't have a physical space. You could hire like working space or whatever, but you can also work from home. So what would be the advantages? What do you think it might be the advantages for you in your case of selling online?
Well, they will be honestly economical advantages. So I can start without have a physical office. I can use co-working space only the few times I need to have a physical meeting. But there are also disadvantages, because if I have not a physical place where to meet, maybe I can lose. One, I need the English for confianza.
Yes.
Because I see this problem from my side as job seeker. Every time I see a Gmail account, Outlook account from a worldwide company, I can trust them. So maybe it can occur the same thing if I present myself without a physical office. So it could be a kind of disadvantage.
Could be.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try to fix those problems very soon. We'll try.
Okay.
Jaime, in your case, do you usually work in a physical space, or can you do your business online?
It's basically physical.
Yes?
I can do some stuff physical, but well, the most is physical.
Physical.
Yeah.
Maybe you could do the consulting part of the consult, not everything, but I think that the first contact and some meetings you can do them present.
Exactly.
And the back office work you can do it online. Just meetings and and then obviously the installation of the that has to be physical, but
exactly.
But I can imagine that the operations of managing when and who is moving and doing the operational, that could be done with a mobile phone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if I subcontract someone to do some stuff, I can, as you said, track it, everything online, home office.
Yeah. And watch like everyone working. I can see he's working, he's online. I can.
Exactly. Yeah, the webcam. Yeah.
Yeah. Controlling everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah. Vladimir?
I do basically online.
Online.
Since I'm here in Scotland, 2014. 6 years doing everything online.
And as you have been so much time doing it online, which for you, in your case, which are the advantages and disadvantages of working online, for example?
Advantages are, for example, the flexibility you have. Well, that depends on your kind of services or contract. However, you always can negotiate times, for meetings and these kind of things. Obviously, right now with the current situation with this coronavirus, also to do it online, it's a benefit. Everyone can understand this, but that is because my kind of service, that is consultancy through meetings and analyze the workflows and of companies, I can do it online. So for me, well, if I have to go, you can save money because you don't have to go to the places. However, sometimes as a disadvantage, I have to say that it's more difficult to get confidence or trust with your customer or with your with the other person in the other side of the screen. That is one of the disadvantages, because maybe they don't know you, or because everyone can understand that when you have a face-to-face meeting in a physical place, and the environment, it's warmer.
Yeah.
So maybe
You
you
build
could have
a
more.
relationship. Yeah. Yeah. That's one of the things. For example, on our side, for example, we usually write once or twice a week just to maintain the momentum of the relationship. As we don't, we live like thousands of kilometers away, so it's practically super difficult to maintain the vibe of the last meeting. So, what's one of the things we can do? This about I'm talking about marketing, because marketing, it's basically about marketing. For those who usually work mostly online and don't have like the physical space, the next question was, how do you build relationships when you are working online? Because as we are saying now, we live like very distant. We don't know that we haven't never met live each other, but we still have this computer and we have a webcam, and we are spending now few minutes and we are building relationships. Now we are spending minutes and building relationships between us. And so for me, the online thing has a lot of advantages. We can geographical limits go off, and less expensive, and you can be more productive. You have freedom with the hours and so on with the schedule, but it requires some other key activities that are related to marketing. So when I was doing this question about if you work online or offline, if the answer was no, I basically work online, correct, perfect. But now as you know that your commerce or your business is online, the traditional marketing it's very easy. We know we have like close relations. Our family has some friends or some cousins that need an architectural project, and so the marketing offline it's very easy, and we all know more or less how to do it. But what happens when we basically sell online? We need to start taking care of our key activities in marketing. It's not just design and operations. We need to think about how to do the marketing also. So that was mostly the conclusion of the question of the online marketing. If you need a physical space or a digital space. I didn't ask Carla. Carla, en tu caso, ¿sueles vender físico o digital? ¿Cómo lo sueles hacer?
Bien, yo en este último tiempo he trabajado mucho con dos plataformas que son para buscar proyectos de todo tipo. Bueno, yo me focalizo en lo que es arquitectura.
Sí.
Y bueno, de acuerdo a lo que están hablando, muchas veces es difícil. En realidad no he tenido nunca ningún problema, pero sí me doy cuenta que es algo que cambia mucho las reglas del juego, el tema de la confianza.
¿De la confianza?
Sí, cómo generar confianza con un cliente, sobre todo para que después te vuelva a pedir otro trabajo, otro proyecto. Y también creo que se dificulta el tema de las idas y vueltas previo a la elaboración de un proyecto. O sea, los feedbacks, que obviamente si uno está en un estudio, en un lugar físico, es mucho más...
Claro, es face to face, lo tienes delante.
Sí, y se pueden... Bueno, y ni que hablar si a veces la otra persona habla otro idioma, y hay a veces algunas palabras o algunas formas de decir las cosas que quizás no se interpreta de la misma manera, ¿no?
Claro.
Sí,
¿Qué conclusión sacarías, por ejemplo? Has dicho, ¿no?, que el mayor de los problemas para ti suele ser generar confianza para que te vuelva a comprar un segundo proyecto o un segundo encargo.
Sí.
¿Cómo sería un ejemplo? ¿Qué experiencia has podido vivir que te haya dicho que vender online sea complicado o te resulte un poco más difícil? ¿Qué experiencia positiva o negativa te ha pasado, por ejemplo?
Y, por ejemplo, que haya tenido un encargo y realicé el trabajo, todo, lo entregué y esa persona, por ejemplo, no me pagó.
Oh. ¿Tienes la
Un
dirección?
ejemplo.
¿Tienes la dirección? ¿Y el teléfono? Vamos a buscarlo todos. Aquí tenemos 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Por suerte no fue de algo tan... Pero bueno, fue porque yo, digamos, de entrada no puse bien las reglas del juego, por así decirlo. Siempre que... Después aprendí como, bueno, cada vez que alguien te encargue algo, obviamente siempre tratar de asegurarlo, asegurar esa palabra con una seña o con lo que
Sí.
sea necesario para que vos tengas seguridad de que vas a trabajar en algo que te va a ser redituable a futuro y que no te van a dejar como decías el otro día cuando sí.
No, te iba a preguntar, ¿el encargo fue entre dos particulares o fue a través de una plataforma que estaba de intermediario y hizo el match? ¿Cómo fue?
A través de una plataforma.
Y claro, desconozco, o sea, la pregunta es si hay una plataforma intermediaria y el cliente recibe el proyecto y el pago no fue de cliente a plataforma a Carla.
Claro,
Es una pregunta,
sí, el tema fue que, digamos, antes de cerrar el trabajo, o sea,
sí.
Estas plataformas se manejan como, bueno, hay una orden, como decir, una orden de servicio,
Sí.
Esa persona paga, asegura esa plata y vos empezás a trabajar.
Claro.
Antes de que pase eso, yo empecé a trabajar en el proyecto para hacerle una aproximación a lo que iba a hacer. En este caso eran unas imágenes, unos renders.
Sí.
Entonces, digamos que en realidad quien se manejó mal fui yo, pero yo, digamos, confié en la otra persona. Entonces, cuando le pasé, digamos, los borradores, preguntándole si le parecía bien, si había que modificar cosas para ya asegurar, digamos, este trabajo,
Sí.
bueno, desapareció.
Eso mismo nos puede pasar también en el mundo offline y
Obvio.
tradicional, ¿eh?
Claro.
La historia es que en un mundo digital es más fácil esconderse. Y más difícil buscarlo.
Entonces, por eso no es solo, digamos, de quien diseña.
A ver, la he perdido. A
Sí,
ver, ahora, sí.
¿Se cortó?
Sí.
Fue internet.
Sí,
no,
ahora.
que no solamente, digamos, generar nosotros como profesionales, sino también saber quién está del otro lado y cuáles son sus intenciones.
Correcto.
Si me permitís, con esto, creo que eso te va a valer ahora como una lección aprendida.
Sí.
Sí. Y lo que, bueno, esto se lo recomiendo a mucha gente, ¿no? Aunque es cierto que en el mercado en general de habla hispana, tanto en España como por Latinoamérica, en general, todo lo que conlleve, pues el tener un documento por el medio o firmar o, digamos, tener un compromiso o desde lo que puede ser pues un documento de confidencialidad o este tipo de cosas o una acta de constitución de proyecto. Generalmente hay como una reacción muy de rechazo el exigir este tipo de documentación al principio, ¿no? Sin embargo, yo siempre lo recomiendo y yo creo que, bueno, tras esta experiencia que has tenido, seguramente ahora pues podrás, digamos, pensártelo quizá para la siguiente que te venga. Pues hacer a lo mejor simplemente un documento de 1 o 2 páginas es más que suficiente y el hecho de que hay una serie de hitos en los pagos en los cuales tú vayas entregando pues desde borradores a lo que vienen a ser revisiones de proyecto y a lo que viene a ser entrega final por una serie de hitos. deciros con esto que, por ejemplo, yo aquí en el Reino Unido hay una situación que pasa mucho en el ámbito profesional, no solo de nuestra, bueno, de la profesión de la arquitectura, construcción, ingeniería, etcétera, sino en general, en cualquiera, al menos aquí en Escocia, y es que viene un poco, por ejemplo, suelen pasar un documento al principio donde ellos te dicen, digamos, que te presentan la oferta. Y el cliente, pues como que tiene 15 días para decidir si quiere ir adelante o no. No obstante, el profesional también tiene la capacidad de decidir si ponerse a trabajar en ese encargo hasta después de esos 15 días. Es decir, durante esos 15 días el profesional no tiene por qué mover un dedo. ¿Qué pasa? Que en España ya, si no hacemos eso, perdemos el cliente. Y ya se va al vecino de enfrente porque lo quieren ya
por
para
otro
vender
ya.
más barato y tal, ¿no? Entonces, pero aquí pasa bastante que eso, que se pueden pensar, te dan la documentación toda, te dan el borrador, te dan la oferta y evidentemente, aunque te haya dicho que sí el cliente, el profesional también puede esperar sus 15 días para empezar a hacer el trabajo. Porque, pues bueno, una vez que ha pasado ese tiempo y demás, digamos que el cliente también ha aceptado ese trabajo y entonces el profesional también comienza a trabajar. ¿Vale?
Luego,
bueno, simplemente
una reflexión que haría con esto, o sea, lo que estamos comentando ahora son estrategias defensivas, es decir, por si pasa un problema, me defiendo con contrato. La otra es, en vez de ser defensivo, ser ofensivo en el sentido bueno, ¿vale? Que es si tenemos dentro de nuestros key activities, tenemos algo de customer relationship. Es decir, un cliente no se va porque, o sea, cuando a un cliente le hayamos tratado bien y le hemos dado cariño y se la ha tratado muy bien, ¿se puede ir? Sí, se puede ir. Si es mala gente, se va a ir igual. Pero si el cliente es bueno y nosotros le hemos tratado bien, normalmente, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué nos pasaba? I'll change to English again, so Simon or the others can also understand. We were talking about usually when Carla made an example that when she was selling online, she had a very bad experience about that one customer didn't pay the service. And so she had like a kind of bad experience in an online platform. And Vladimir said that for those cases in Scotland, there's like a kind of contract where you sign some rules or conditions where in 15 days, neither the architect or neither the customer, it's like a pact where both are trying to think about if they are going to go on or not. And I was my thought about that was that that's a defensive strategy about if something bad happens, I should have something that protects me. And what we really think is that, okay, the defensive strategies are okay, are necessary, are okay. But then on the offensive strategy would be the key activity of customer relationship. If we focus on taking care of the customer, we communicate, over-communicate. Usually, as architects, this is one of the activities that we mostly lack. Why? We usually focus too much on the design, on the product, on doing the project, and we do not communicate with our customers. We do not take about the customers. We don't ask about the family, about his conditions, about how does he or she feel. It's not just about talking about the product or the project, but also trying to build a relationship with our customer. So when we usually do customer relationship as a key activity, I'm not saying that we can do worse projects, but usually the customer will forgive us some way that if our quality of product is not so good, but the customer relationship with the customer is really good, they can compensate. What I'm trying to say here is that of course, for consultancy, where there is basically no product, but just service, customer relationship, it's but fundamental. It's his main key activity. And obviously, it's no one usually does it. It's one of the activities that Usually, we not forget. We thought about, like, in the end, when we have lost the customer, or when the relationship ends bad, it's then when we think, damn, I should have asked more, I should have communicated more, or whatever. I would ask now, what kind of customer relationship do you do usually? Do you call weekly your customers? Do you have lunch? Do you ask about their families, about the context, about the feelings, about how the project is going? Do you do any kind of feedback forums or whatever with your customers? Gianca, do you usually do any kind of customer relationship with your customers?
Well, in the past,
I'm sure you
job,
do. I'm sure you do. Maybe you don't remember now a specific example, but I'm sure you all, in any way, you do a customer relationship.
Well, yes, it's a simple version of a customer relationship. I mean,
Yeah.
1 month late after the contract, the closure, I contact them to say how are you? Have you been satisfied of our service? Can I do something more? So it's a simple template and changing 1-2 words.
Yeah.
And this is my actual customer.
That's an example. That really good. In your case, Jaime, do you do any kind of customer relationship?
Yes, I was well, at the construction company. I was the one in charge with the relation with the customer and with the client to have the monthly meetings or the phone calls, the presentations, etc.
Yeah. In those meetings, did you usually talk about the project or about the customer, or both?
Both.
Both, right?
Both, yeah.
Okay. So in that, in the previous company, you were the customer experience department, not in the design department, not in the marketing, but in the customer experience department.
Well, I was the project manager of all the projects in Mexico City, so I have some architects under my supervision, but I was the one in charge of the communication and in the supervision of each project.
Correct. That's the thing. You were in customer experience. You were not modeling.
No.
You were in charge of your department. It was your responsibility, but your role, your key activity, was communication and customer experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Vladimir, in your case?
My case, it depends on if it's before the selling,
Yeah.
during the contract or after the relation. And I think that, do you know the role-playing games?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that sometimes I have to play different roles depending on the kind of customer, because you have to fit yourself to the needs of the customer. And do you know, not everyone likes the same kind of music. So I don't care to be playing rock and roll, or maybe opera, or maybe dance or house, or I don't care about that. However, I try to make my customer comfortable always. That's the thing. I don't usually to go very deeply in the personal lives. Okay. Because I like to respect, that area. However, with some customers, they don't understand other way to make a relationship on business. So I don't care about that. However, I don't usually share my personal things. However, I take care of them.
That's a good thing, because I commented on the personal things, on the personal questions, but not usually everyone talks about personal things. You can also ask for professional situations. How is the job going? For example, a real example, I had this morning, I had a call with a potential customer that we met last year, and because of just some like urbanistic laws that actually he cannot build now, but we expect to build a new building maybe next year or 2 years. Every month, every 2 months, we call each other and we talk about life and how it's going, how is your work, and what we are trying to do is to maintain the relation with that person, so in the future he can be our customer. But it's not just to being a customer. He's in some way he's becoming not a first level friend, but second or third level friend. And the way we do that, just one of the examples, that is pre-sale, a pre-sale customer relationship. But we also have post-sale customer relationship. For example, when we finish any kind of building, because in the architecture studio we do the design and also the construction. When we finish the construction and let's say 1 year or 2 years after, we talk with our customer. How is it going? How is the business going? Are you selling all the beers and wines you were expecting to sell? How is the local? So we always try to maintain the relation with every customer. You never know if that customer has another contract, or he has a friend, or he has a family, or he has I don't know, he has a child that wants to one day build another thing. The answer here is the question here was if we usually do any kind of customer relationship, pre-sale, during the project, or during the contract, and obviously after the contract. In the case of Carla, cambio al castellano, en tu caso, en el ejercicio que hiciste con este cliente online, ¿tuviste alguna ocasión de hacer customer relationship con él previamente o durante el encargo, o hubo solamente un encargo y no hubo más contacto con ese cliente?
No, en este caso hubo varios idas y vueltas antes de comenzar a trabajar.
Sí.
Y de hecho fue como, bueno, si sale bien este trabajo, posiblemente haya muchos más por delante. Entonces, de alguna manera confié en un principio, porque uno también como evalúa y trata de ver quién es la otra persona, pero bueno, en este caso claramente no tuve esa habilidad.
Sí.
Pero digamos que era con lo que te comentaba hace un rato, a veces también se hace muy difícil si no es una persona, por ejemplo, en este caso era una persona de Canadá, por ejemplo.
Sí.
Y yo tenía que hablar en inglés, quizás la forma de llegarle al cliente no es la misma, por eso el tema de internet también en este caso a veces dificulta ciertas cosas, pero bueno, obviamente no justifica lo que pasó.
Claro. Otra pregunta que te voy a hacer. En este caso el encargo fue individual, o sea, actuaste sola, ¿no? ¿O trabajabais en equipo en ese momento?
No, lo hice yo sola, sí.
Claro. O sea, estaba la Carla, que en realidad tiene que tener esas 9 figuras del Business Model Canvas,
Sí.
más los 6 roles, era todo metido en una sola persona y lo hacía Carla todo.
Exacto, así que imposible.
Claro. Bueno, impossible is nothing, dicen, ¿no? Pero difícil. Sí.
Bueno, en verdad, como yo hace un tiempo empecé a trabajar también con este tipo de plataformas, uno hasta que, digamos, se pone canchero, lleva un tiempo, no es de un día para el otro
Sí,
que uno dice,
sí.
bueno, voy a empezar a trabajar por internet y al otro día ya está. Son varias cosas. También cómo seguís un cliente sin que se te escape.
O sea, prácticamente pensar que es más o menos lo mismo que en el mundo tradicional, pero solo que el canal es distinto, y como el canal es distinto, las operativas son distintas. Pero eso no implica, o sea, en el mundo real no ponemos un estudio y de repente nos llevan los clientes. Hay un
Exacto.
recorrido, hay una maduración, los primeros clientes van a ser malos o nos van a puntuar mal o van a salir corriendo y nos van a pagar. Bueno, eso nos... Entonces, hay un ciclo de madurez en el mundo tradicional. En el mundo online es lo mismo. Nos venían, ¿no? Al principio de cuando publicaban proyectos en esto, la primera, me acuerdo de un mensaje de un chico que nos decía, publicó el proyecto y al de, nada, 3 días o una semana, me escribe súper enfadado, oye, que no se vende, ¿qué pasa, tío? Y yo, o sea, no es publicarlo y se vende solo, o sea, lo que has hecho es abrir una tienda online en una calle desconocida de un pueblo desconocido y ahora obviamente hay que hacer un poco de marketing, hay que hacer el sales, hay que hacer follow-up, lo que has hecho es abrir una tienda online, pero eso no implica que se vendan solos. Pero me fue gracioso, pero me sirvió para decir, ojo, esa fue una de las reflexiones que me hizo pensar luego en todo el Global Architect, pues dije, ostras, este tío, o sea, lo mejor de ese comentario fue que el tío tuvo los huevos de decírmelo, porque sé que hay un montón de gente publica y se queda como, que no se vende y no me dice nada, pero este tío tuvo las agallas de decírmelo, que no se vende, ¿qué pasa? Entonces ahí dije, el problema es que esta gente cree que publicando ya se vende, entonces el problema no es ese, el problema es que no son conscientes que detrás hay una tarea de marketing, ventas, producción y operaciones y business que tienen que hacer. Entonces dije, aquí tengo un problema más gordo, que es Global Architect. Que es lo que tienen que aprender, no sé qué, aprender online, tal, que sí. Sí.
Nada más una cosa ahí con lo que estás mencionando, creo que
¿Sí?
en la profesión, digo, en muchas, ¿no? Pero en la arquitectura, mucho tiene que ver con las expectativas del cliente. Y como es algo que muchas veces no lo ven como tal, no saben qué hay detrás,
Claro.
creen que las cosas suceden de un día para otro, ¿no? Y no, pues no sé, como que al no estar involucrado, y yo creo que eso mucho tiene que ver con la comunicación que nosotros tengamos con el cliente, de explicarle cuál es el proceso, qué va a recibir, cómo lo va a recibir, cómo lo va a obtener, y también nosotros que esa es una de las cosas interesantes y positivas de tener presencia con el cliente.
Física. Sí.
Exacto, que uno puede dialogar y platicar con él, ¿no? Y puedes explicarle cuál es el proceso y qué va a recibir para que él no haya sorpresas al final.
Y con esa reflexión, siguiendo con tu reflexión, que el aspecto físico nos permite comunicar, vamos a decir, más fácilmente con nuestro cliente, por lo tanto, le puedo transmitir más información. ¿No se podría hacer en el mundo online?
Sí. Yo creo que eso es una lección de pandemia. Sí. Saber que existen las herramientas, o sea, que el mundo online es una herramienta para poder seguir con la comunicación con el cliente, aunque no sea presencial.
Exacto.
¿Y puedo agregar algo?
Sí, dale. Dale.
Que yo creo que hay que tratar de acuerdo al business model Canvas que cada uno adopte, poder desarrollar algo que muestre qué hace cada uno, porque la mayoría de las personas no saben qué hace un arquitecto, o sea, creen que solo hace un dibujito y que cobra mucha plata por eso.
Planos, ¿no?
Y sí, y ya. Y entonces es como, bueno, ¿cómo yo le cuento a la otra persona que no tiene ni idea de la profesión qué es lo que hacemos y en qué se basa nuestro trabajo y qué implica, ¿no? Que no es solo, digamos, el dibujo, el proyecto es un resultado, pero todo lo que hay detrás. Entonces, como que yo hace tiempo me vengo pensando poder sintetizar, no sé, en un video, en un PDF, cuál es el objetivo y cuáles son las etapas a seguir dentro de un mismo proyecto, en este caso.
Exacto. O sea, a ver, es tan importante hacer el producto como comunicar el producto. O sea, ¿qué hacemos siempre? Hacemos producto y no comunicamos. Entonces, yo sé que he hecho el producto, he hecho servicio, pero el resto del mundo, el cliente, no se entera que he hecho. ¿Qué hacen otros? No hacen producto, pero comunican mucho, es decir, bla, 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 pero aquí no hay nada. Y entonces cuando de repente, oye, sí, enséñame el producto. No tengo, mañana te lo doy, mañana te lo doy, mañana te lo doy, y nunca se hace. Y luego está el resto que es, hago producto y comunico producto. es tan importante comunicar lo que estamos haciendo, contarle al cliente, y casi os diría, un resumen semanal que se puede hacer súper fácil de manera automatizada con una plantilla. Hey, cliente, te envío una nota con los updates de esta semana. Incluso se puede hacer por escrito o algunos, creo que a Janka le hice una vez que mandó el ejemplo del Sales Funnel, creo que era. Entonces, recibo el Sales Funnel y lo que hago es grabo en una pantalla con una camarita que me graba la cara y le mando un vídeo en respuesta. Al final es una conferencia asincrónica. Él me manda un documento físico en papel, en PDF, yo lo recibo, grabo un vídeo y le mando el vídeo. No le mando un texto, no le mando un email, le mando un vídeo. Y él cuando lo ve, lo que está viendo es una proyección de Aitor, pero en vídeo. Entonces, lo que intento hacer con ese vídeo es trasladar una emoción que no podría trasladárselo en un email. Puedo ser muy energético, muy jovial, muy happy en el email, pero no conseguiría nunca transmitirle esa energía a través de un email. Entonces, ¿qué hago? Grabo un vídeo con la pantalla donde está el PDF y en otro mi cara para que me vea y que la gesticulación, la cara, el tono y tal. A nosotros nos pasa, todas las relaciones que estamos teniendo en Story, en Global Architect, las estamos teniendo online. Y casi todas las relaciones las estoy forzando a que sean en videoconferencia. ¿Por qué? Porque transmito energía. Yo transmito hacia él y vosotros me transmitís a mí. Que no solo se hacen esos, tengo el email, tengo el post, tengo la videollamada, tengo los webinars, tengo los pedazos de vídeo, o sea, hay un montón de acciones que hay que hacer. Y todo esto siempre va relacionado a lo mismo, Customer Service. Customer Service, Customer Service, Customer Service. Producto está bien, operación está bien, marketing está bien, sales está bien, pero Customer Service, que es lo que decíamos ahora, comunicar y comunicar y comunicar. Y luego la última pregunta que os iba a hacer también tenía que ver con el key activities. I will change again to English again so the others can understand. The last question was what key activities relate to our revenue stream? The thing here is, do you usually sell your product or service once, or is a continuous selling like a subscription service? Let's say an example. Do you usually sell one single project and that's the end of the relationship with your customer? Or do you do like a kind of Amazon that you want to continuously sell once and again? The difference here between one and the other is if you sell once, you don't need to take care about the customer relationship. You just do the product, give the product, take the money back, and nice to meet you, see you, I don't know, never. Instead, if you aim to sell once and again, or you want to sell one thing and then upsell or cross-sell and try to sell it again, the key activities also change, always tend to go to customer relationship, but we always need to think again, am I going to sell it only once, or am I going to sell once and again? When do you usually sell architecture or any other product or service? Do you usually think to sell it once, or just once to one customer and then you need to find another customer, and then when you finish, you need to find another customer? Or do you usually think, okay, I'm going to sell once, but then I will try to upsell, and then I'm going to try to cross-sell or sell another service to the same client or the same group? Or what have been your experience when trying to sell? Do you usually sell once or several times? Janka?
Well, the first time is only one-to-one sell. So I make a project, I sell it, and and goodbye. But the main goal is to have several sales to the same customer.
To the same customer. So that's right.
So the product is one use project, but the idea is to have multiple use customer.
Yeah. That's when we try to think in not just product, but also service.
Okay.
I will always say, like, the example of Amazon. Amazon is not selling products, it's selling service. Obviously, they give you products, you choose and you pay for the product, but what they are giving you is 1 day delivery. Like, do you need anything else? Like, if you want to bring it back, you can give the product back, no cost. It's not the product, it's the service they continuously sell once and again. And when usually architects we are not good doing business and thinking in the business models. We usually think because the business model obviously in architecture is very traditional, and it's like you sell the project once and that's all. Could we think in a business model that could be sold once, like in a subscription model? Could we sell a project in a subscription model? Could we sell a service in a subscription model? Let's say I will charge 99 euros a month, and you have any consultancy, like 3 hours of consultancy a month, whatever you need. You can call me, book a meeting, and you just charge 99 euros a month, 2,000 clients, just for consulting. You usually would treat differently those customers because you want them to renew the next month. So your attitude on your key activities would be different if you are trying to sell only once or several times.
Yes, because you need a bigger effort if you need to find every time a new client, a new customer. So it could be better to invest this time to nurture your customer.
Yeah, that's a good point. The energy you spend acquiring a new customer, it's usually higher than the energy you spend maintaining one customer. Usually, you remember the awareness matrix, extremely unaware, problem aware, solution aware. The hardest part is the beginning. You need to spend a lot of energy and marketing and money and effort on the first 3 columns, explaining the problem and doing the awareness exercise. Then once in the 4th and the 5th column, it's much more easier. And obviously, when you have it in the 4th and the 5th, you don't start from the 0. He already knows you. So you only just need to move it from 4 and 5, and warm and hot. It's much more easier to move someone when it's repeating.
Yes, I saw that in the previous studio. We have, I don't know the English for servicios de Yesero y Pintor, but well,
Yesero is like the Yeso. Yeah, I don't know how to say it in English.
Mortar, maybe.
Mortar.
Maybe the mortar worker.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But, well, the point is, my chef had this enterprise. They had a 10 years long relationship. So when I started when he assigned the project, this project to me, was quite simple. I called this enterprise. My boss needs your services to finish this site work. Okay, they have all the standards ready. They had all the standard cost ready because they knew what my boss needs. But when I needed to find a new iron worker, it was quite difficult because we usually do these things, but my boss doesn't like this. Okay, so we need a new meeting to define new standard, and these are the costs. But it's too expensive. My boss will not approve this. Okay, so we need to define new cost and thing, etc., etc. So I spent more than 1 month to acquire this new worker, and to the other side, 10-year long relationship. So it was 1 meeting, 1 hour, and ready to work.
Yeah, ready to work. That's it. Jaime, when do you usually sell? You try to sell once and you say, okay, goodbye, or you usually keep on those customers?
Well, I try to maintain a good relationship at the end, because sometimes in my case that it's construction and these kind of things, sometimes later on they call you that, okay, we have a leak or we have a problem. So when you end in good terms, that makes a good relationship. And also, well, they recommend you to someone else, and I try to, well, become in some way friends with the clients, so to keep it. And sometimes it happens that after, I don't know, 5-6 years, they call you, hey, I want to expand my house, or I want to do these kind of things, I want to change the windows, or, well, whatever. So it's not a short term, that they will buy you some stuff every now and then. It's not like coffee, that they buy coffee each month, right?
Yeah. Right, absolutely right. Vladimir, in your case, do you usually sell once or multiple times?
Well, usually multiple times, because I don't have too many customers. I have to say, so I try to keep the relationship with them in different ways. I don't like to be every single day to remembering them that I am here. However, a couple of times per year, and also be asking about themselves, how the work they are doing is right now, for example, just to keep the relationship, and sometimes it's good to know how they are going on, because for example, in my case, if they are going fine, that means that that's okay, that more there is more there is more percentage at your side that they probably will call you again. Because if the things are right, are going fine, you will be involved with them once again. So yes, I try to keep the relationship with them. As I said, I don't have too many customers, but I try to keep the few I have with a good relationship.
That's usually the conclusion of this, is that we all know the right answer is try to keep our previous customers, just in case someday they will need another service. So we'll be on mind, and if they don't need it, maybe they will know another one and they will recommend us. So from Eva, always we have two things that usually work in marketing. The first one is like positioning on the marketing, like doing very good marketing, and then suddenly you getting them into the mindset of someone that really finds you, and they find you attractive and they hire you because you are new or good or something. Or referral. Referral is someone that already has bought you by themselves or by any other friends, recommend you to other guys or to other people. And I would say 60-70% usually comes from referral. Someone has said that you were trustful and you were good and you were the right decision. For that, we need to take care of the previous customers. En tu caso, Carla, ¿normalmente vendías solo una vez o intentabas venderle al mismo cliente una y otra vez? ¿Qué te pasaba, por ejemplo, en Internet?
Bueno, al día de hoy casi siempre son clientes distintos con diferentes... o sea, no he tenido más de un trabajo por cliente. Son cosas muy específicas quizás, por eso. Digamos, no son... Hasta ahora no me han tocado proyectos muy de largo plazo. Considero que quizás también es un poco por eso. A veces están buscando algo rápido, bueno, lindo y barato. Y entra en internet.
Lo normal, sí. Y Sí, dime.
Pero de acuerdo a lo que habíamos hablado, que digamos la página de Store puede proponer un mismo proyecto a diferentes clientes sin necesidad de que el proyecto sea igual para esos mismos clientes. Creo que está bueno porque digamos, ya ahorras un montón de tiempo de producción, por así decirlo.
Y obviamente no hemos llegado a ese punto de madurez todavía con los vendedores que tenemos. Sabemos lo que hay que explicar, que es, chicos, no solamente estáis vendiendo el proyecto, lo que estáis vendiendo es cómo hacéis el producto. Estáis vendiendo el back office, el hecho de grabaros o la pantalla vosotros mismos, mira, hoy estoy haciendo tal producto, mira, hoy vamos a hacer no sé qué. O sea, estáis contando la historia de cómo hacéis el producto. A veces compran solamente por producto, quieren el proyecto y ya está, pero la mayoría de las veces están comprando a la persona, la confianza de esa persona. Entonces, está bien, parte de la estrategia que tenemos es no solo pongas fotos, y pon también el bloque de Autodesk Viewer o el Graphisoft para poder mostrar el proyecto y que lo vean desde el interior, para mostrar el producto. Y el siguiente punto que queremos encourage, no se me ocurre ahora en castellano, bueno, animar a los vendedores en Store es, vale, está bien, estás hablando de producto, promover, estás hablando de producto, pero quiero que te promuevas tú. Quiero que expliques cómo has llegado a hacer el proyecto, cuál fue la inspiración para hacer el proyecto. Cuéntame cómo es tu estudio, hazme un día una grabación y mira, aquí tengo el ordenador, aquí tengo no sé qué, tengo este programa, lo he descargado así. O sea, la gente también compra a las personas, no solo el producto. Entonces, pero todo es una evolución. Todavía tenemos que, primero, la intención es que publiquen proyectos, después que cuenten el producto, que hagan la descripción de producto y luego vendrá la parte de, oye, ahora está bien, tenemos la tienda, tenemos el producto y nos faltas tú. Falta que comuniques cómo es tu día a día, cómo trabajas, cuál es tu inspiración, qué herramientas tienes, cómo diseñas, etcétera, etcétera. Que es, a veces, es la variable que hace elegir a una persona u otra. Y hasta ahora en las demás plataformas que hemos visto, no es más que, o sea, siempre cada vez que hemos comentado esto con otras personas son prostíbulos de servicios. Es decir, arquitectos, ingenieros, diseñadores gráficos, artistas, lo que sea, se prostituyen al precio más bajo. ¿Por qué? Porque en realidad no están vendiéndose a sí mismos, están vendiendo el producto. Y claro, ¿qué pasa cuando tienes muchos productos en la misma balda? Vas a un supermercado, este está a €1, este está a 0,98, este 0,95 y vas a por 0,95. Cuando, en cambio, a veces, si habláramos del producto, de dónde viene, cómo lo hace, ojo, mira, pues esto lo hace una familia, el tomate este es especial porque tiene una no sé qué, está de la huerta de, el vino de... A veces las historias ayudan a vender. Entonces, lo que intentamos es no solamente vender, empezamos con producto, hacer el proyecto, está guay, vamos a intentar vender el producto más de una vez, pero lo que intentamos de todo esto es, tenemos que venderte a ti. Porque tú hoy puedes vender un producto, mañana puedes cambiar a otro servicio, mañana puedes hacer consultoría, pero no queremos que dependáis solamente de vender productos. Queremos que tengáis una marca online, que podáis vender producto, que podáis vender servicio y que podáis vender consultoría a cualquiera en cualquier lado del mundo. Y eso implica hacer una marca que empieza vendiendo producto, que luego seguirá haciendo servicio y luego seguirá haciendo consultoría. Esa es un poco la estrategia que estamos intentando hacer en Store y con la cual, para hacer esa base y entender toda la dinámica, empezamos con, ok, vamos a empezar entendiendo el business model, el marketing, los nuevos bloques, que es el que... Entonces, cuando tengamos ese picture, entenderemos. Coño, ahora sí he entendido ya el dibujo y ahora sé que tengo que hacer básicamente dos cosas. Marketing y Customer Relationship. El resto son activities, pero, o sea, un poco para terminar también con la presentación es lo que siempre tenéis que intentar hacer es aquí en lo que sois bueno, el core activity. O sea, antes hablamos, ¿no? Antes éramos Carla contra, o sea, solo una Carla contra un cliente y tú haciendo de todo. Claro, tú no puedes hacer de todo. No eres la mejor haciendo sales, no eres la mejor haciendo marketing, no eres la mejor haciendo producto, no eres la mejor haciendo de customer attention. Entonces, tienes que encontrar. Carla es la mejor haciendo customer, relationship y marketing. O customer y product. O en todas las respuestas, lo que queráis más customer relationship. Siempre. Porque si dejáis Customer Relationship, al final vais a estar en el back office y vais a depender de que otro os venda y de que otros trate de vender por vosotros. La historia del Global Architect es: queremos que vosotros seáis la punta de la lanza, que vosotros vendáis, que vosotros tengáis las capacidades de vender y de generar vuestro propio negocio, no depender de otros. Y para eso, fundamental, marketing y customer relationship. Y luego, porque todos estamos enfocados con producto. Los tíos de producto no venden. Los tíos de producto hacen producto. Los que venden son marketing, sales y customer relationship. Ya un poco como conclusión a todo esto, ¿no? No sé. ¿Tenéis alguna otra reflexión? Yo con esto doy un poco por finalizado la presentación de los Key Activities, ¿no? De que teníamos eso: marketing, sales, design, operations, distribution and customer experience. No sé si os ha servido o ha sido una lógica que os ha ayudado a enfocar un poco qué es lo que hacíais, ¿Habíais hecho una reflexión parecida a esta anteriormente?
No, yo en mi caso no. Por eso apenas te pusiste en contacto conmigo, me pareció súper interesante y como dijiste una vez, que a veces uno demora en sacar algo porque quiere que esté perfecto, porque, bueno, yo estoy tratando de ir en contra de eso.
Claro.
O sea, de no pensar de esa manera, de tratar de mostrar lo que uno hace y no que necesariamente tenga que estar terminado, completo, hermoso, para ponerle el moño.
Ese es el problema de las personas de producto, es que hasta que el producto esté perfecto no sale del horno. Y el del marketing es todo lo contrario. Dame la primera mierda que tengas, que lo publico ya. Y tú, no, está listo, da igual, quiero publicarlo, necesito algo publicarlo. Pues, nuestra conclusión después de toda esta vaina: publicar lo que tengamos. Da igual que sea feo, bonito y tal. La historia es que la gente hoy no nos conoce. Y la manera, ¿os acordáis? Awareness 0, awareness 1, 2, 3, 4 y 5. Puedo tener el mejor producto de la historia, que si no hay nadie que sepa que tiene un problema, no nos va a comprar. Entonces, ¿cómo empiezo? Pues desde el día 1 ya lanzo un poquito de marketing, a ver quién compra, a ver quién tantea, a ver quién le dice like o le da comment, o lo que sea. Marketing.
Bueno, gracias.
Sí, hombre. Jaime, decías, te tenías alguna reflexión, ¿no? ¿Habías hecho tú intuyo que habrás hecho algo parecido, un ejercicio parecido?
Sí, he hecho, pues ahorita con el proceso de elegir el camino
Sí.
para el nuevo negocio, sí es un poco complicado, porque a veces cuando estás tú solo y quieres arrancar, pues tienes que hacerte multitasking, ¿no?
Sí.
Y tienes que hacer un poco, y tienes que saber de finanzas y de administración y de ventas y de creatividad y de relaciones.
De legal, de psicología, de...
Sí. Entonces es un poco parte del proceso, pero obviamente cuando empieza todo a tomar forma y empieza a necesitar apoyo, ahí es donde empiezas ya a tener el apoyo, como dices, el de marketing que se dedica a hacer lo suyo, y el de diseño a lo suyo, y el de obra a lo suyo, ¿no? Como que empiezas a apoyarte de gente especializada. Lo peor que puedes hacer es volver a agarrar otro multitasking, porque entonces todos se saturan.
Correcto. Y otra reflexión que intento hacer de todo esto es que al final, en el grupo en el que vamos a estar, siempre hay gente que tienda más hacia sales o tienda más hacia marketing, o yo soy más de producto. Lo bueno que tenemos hoy es que estamos en un clic, tenemos gente de 5 países conectados en distintos usos horarios y tenéis los emails, tenéis los contactos, estáis en Google Calendar, o sea, estáis a un clic todos. Si veis que entre vosotros hay match y que uno puede ayudaros al otro, pues, oye, Carla, te he visto no sé qué, ¿te puedo echar un cable con algo? Mira, te puedo ayudar con marketing, te puedo ayudar con producto, te puedo ayudar con customer relations. Tengo una plantilla que igual te puede servir. Lo tenéis fácil, más fácil que nunca. Tenéis relaciones, intentar también sacar eso de estas reuniones.
Claro.
Siempre y cuando que se pueda, ¿eh? O sea, no es obligatorio, pero dentro de este grupo o fuera. O sea, la historia es que lo tenemos más fácil que nunca complementar nuestras debilidades. por ejemplo, relacionado con esta actividad está el DAFO o el SWOT, ¿no? El Strength, Weakness, Opportunities, no sé cómo es el otro. Que en español es DAFO, que es debilidades, amenazas, fortalezas y oportunidades. Es una matriz que se hace, lo haremos en otros los challenges, que viene relacionado con Key Activities. Una vez que sepamos cuáles son nuestras Key Activities, haremos un ejercicio de bajando más al detalle, es decir, cuáles son realmente las oportunidades y las fortalezas que nosotros tenemos y cuáles son las amenazas y cuáles son las debilidades. Entonces, all in a oportunidades y fortalezas y como sea intentar buscar apoyos en lo que sea, pero all in fortalezas y oportunidades. Si me meto un gramo de esfuerzo en lo demás, chao, John. Si meto un gramo de esfuerzo en lo demás, estoy perdiendo tiempo y dinero. Y ese SWOT va a tener sentido si previamente entendemos Key Activities, que hay 6 modalidades de Key Activities, que cada uno se centra en un área del Business Model Canvas. Entonces, vamos a ir desde lo arriba hasta abajo, bajando poco a poco. Vale, eso es, como reflexión general, es un ejercicio útil. ¿Te ha servido útil o te ha parecido útil?
Sí. Sí, a mí sí.
Good. Janka o Vladimir?
A ver, a mí me gustó. I like the last answer of Jaime as a conclusion when he said that when you are a multitask, at the beginning of you are in the head of the company, you have to have a holistic vision of all the company.
Yeah.
But when your activity increases, you have to be delegating part of the activities. So one of the things that I usually been doing during these last years when I'm collaborating with companies with their performance is to try to focus the staff in their own area, because I usually see that the people who is making videos is making marketing and is making the sales and is also making the production, and that's a chaos because if they are not very grown, if they don't have experience, they can't decide which task has priority.
Yeah.
So, and then we'll be involved in a waste of time. So, well, yeah, as a conclusion, I will say the same as Jaime said before.
Thank you, Vladimir. The thing is, we are always to learn new things. No one's perfect. We are all in the road, learning and trying new things. And at least I hope you find this exercise interesting. And as always, if it makes you think on the weekend in new aspects or new ways of thinking, we won. Janka, you said that this was your first time. You thought about these things, about key activities?
Yeah. Every lesson, every free trial you are publishing is every time a new activity for me. The unique exception was in the business model canvas, the expenses part on the bottom on the left.
Revenue and the costs.
Yeah, the revenue and costs. So it was the unique part I had considered, but these further lessons are every time news.
And this one, for example, the key activities. What did you find interesting, or what did you like most about the key activities? Did it open a new window in your mind, or some way?
Yeah, it was something to better organize the target. For example, the idea to organize each key activity both in the product description and the activity itself. So what you are imagining to marketing? What is operation? What is the others categorized?
Yeah. Always, when the next time you are selling to your next customers, always think if you are selling offline or online, if it is premium or is mass market, if it is one-time selling or multiple times selling, because all those variables will change your key activities. You're not just one key activity. I'm just the customer guy and that's all. Maybe sometimes you need to move on and do with some specific customers. You need to go to product, and then you have to go to logistics, and then you have to go to marketing, depending if you are selling offline, online, and so on. I know that usually we all come from the offline world. The rules of the online world are like really fixed and are like repeated in each country, are mostly the same with small variables. But now we are playing online. The online, it's the same rules for everyone. We're playing all in the same playground. So when trying to decide which piece of the market you want to choose, remember that when you the whole piece is for everyone. So we all gonna be chasing the same piece of the cake. So we need to stay very focused and clear about which is our customer audience, which is our value proposition, in that order: first customer, then value proposition, and then from the value proposition, we need to focus on which will be our key activities to produce that value proposition. I say it in this order because I want to explain in another challenge also the push and the pull, push and pull. It's a concept of when we are trying to push the market about I am very good, high quality and premium building architecture designer. And as I am that specific tailor-made architect designer in my own local town or village, that I'm pushing to my customers, to my audience, that I'm just doing those kind of projects. And if you like it, okay. And if you don't like it, I don't care. Instead, in the internet, as we have so many clients all over the world, the way of working is the other way. You have the pool. The customers will say you what are they buying. The customers will say, hey, world or architects, I'm trying to buy this kind of products or services. So I value this value proposition. So you need to fix your key activities to this value proposition. I don't know if you understand this concept of pull or push. Push is when you offer the market your activities, and that's what you do. And the pull is when the market asks for specific product and services, and you need to fix to move your key activities to offer that product. But will this be a discussion for the next one of the next challenges also? For now, from my side, if you understood the concept of key activities, the modules, and it changes depending on what kind of value proposition you have, and trying to focus only on your key activities and trying to find other partners or partners for those activities that you are not really good, and think about which activities you should really focus on your next sale. From my side, that was all. If anyone else does have anything else to say?
No, not for me.
Okay. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you too.
Thank you, Vladimir,
Thank you
Jaime. Muchas gracias, Janka. Grazie mille. Carla. Muchas gracias.
Yo
Muchísimas
no muestro
gracias a
la
todos.
cámara porque estoy despeinada.
Yo también. Y Jaime, mira Jaime lo despeinado que está, ¿eh? Jaime lo despeinado que está. Y mira Janka también. Y Vladimir el que tiene gorro.
Yo no tengo pelo casi ya.
Dale, mira, peor. Yo te lo presto, Vladimir, si quieres. Yo te lo presto.
Muchas
Chicos,
gracias, Aitor.
muchísimas gracias
Muy
a todos.
amable.
Abrazo a todos.
Buen fin de semana.
Hasta la semana que viene.
Take
Chao,
care,
chicos. Buen
guys.
fin de. Take care.
Adiós.